What? Date of payment is what? Date of receipt. Date will be taken when the payment is happened after 4 working days from the date of change. If payment is credited within 4 working days, then date of book entry or date of credit, whichever is earlier, will be the date of payment. Are you guys understanding? Date of book entry or date of credit in the bank if credit is happened within 4 working days from the date of change. Okay, assume. First I will give the dates, then I will explain the logic why the government has done like this. Date of entry in the books 10th August. Date of credit in the bank 29th August. Okay. In this case, date of payment will be 29th August. August. You should not consider this one date of book entry. Now tell me, if you are not considering this, 1 second. Just assume only this is the problem. Which rate you will apply? Old rate is 12%, new rate is 28%. Which rate you will apply? Old rate. Old rate. 12% you will apply. Right?
Yes, sir.
When the date of payment is this one, according to this 29th, then which rate you will apply? New rate. New rate. 28% you will apply. Now understand the logic. Why the legislator has made these kind of provisions. Okay. When you made the entry in the books, before, assume that today it has changed. You haven't made the book entry also. You can post date your entries, right? Can you record the entry in the books anytime before the change also? Yes or no? Can you pass journal entries before the change also? Can you pass it or not? You can pass it, no. In your books, you can manipulate the dates anytime. Any day you can put. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
If that happens, you would have collected 12% rate from the customers. Yes or no? Why? My date of payment would have become 12th August. 2 events is before the change. Then I would have collected 12%. Yes or no? Please answer, guys. What happened today? Gahana, Malini, Pooja, I am not hearing their voices.
Sir, I've been responding, sir.
Okay. What about others? Are you guys understanding no logic? Had I
Yes, sir.
manipulated my date of book entry as 12th, I would have collected and charged 12% rate. Okay, that is unfair on the part of the government. Okay, actually, the customer has given the check to me. I kept it with me only. Suddenly, government in the next morning they changed the rate. I went into bank and I deposited the check for the clearance. Normally, bank takes 3-4 days. Normally, see, you guys always observe few things. You need to concentrate on these things. Okay. If bank credits your check after clearance within 4 working days from the date of change, that means date of change excluding the date of change 4 days. If it credits your bank that you have received the payment, then the date of entry becomes date of book entry or date of payment, whichever is earlier. If bank you deposited the check on 4th day after the change, bank takes 3 days. That means total 7 days after the change it happened, the credit. Then date of payment will be date of credit in the bank. Then your invoice is issued after the date, change of date, change of rate. Your date of payment is also after the change 4 working days. Hence, the new rate will be applicable. Of this, whichever is the earlier event will be the time of supply. Time of supply becomes 25th August. New rate will be applicable. The logic behind this provision is to avoid any malpractice by the suppliers. You guys are understanding, right? Questions we are going to see.
Yes, sir.
The rate of GST on one particular product has decreased from 18 to 12 with effect from 1/6. This is the change in rate date. What is the tax rate applicable when the goods are supplied? Goods are supplied means provision of service, date of service. I mean date of supply. This one. What is the date of supply? Date of supply and date of invoice. What is the tax rate applicable when goods are supplied and invoice issued? Invoice issued after the change in rate in June 21. But full advance payment was already received in April. Advance payment received. Advance payment received. You have to be very careful. I will be keep stressing in case of goods. Advance payment GST is not applicable. In this case, this becomes irrelevant. This date becomes relevant. Hence, the time of supply will be whatever the invoice you issue after June 21, I mean after this date, that becomes your time of supply. Hence, 12% rate is applicable. Understood, guys? Yes, no. Okay. This is all about time of supply. Any doubt, any confusion in time of supply? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Next, valuation. Value of supply means valuation. Valuation means what? On which amount you need to apply this 18%, 12% GST. That value we need to identify. Sir, what is there, sir, in this? It's whatever the supply they make, they generate the invoice. On that value only, we have to pay the tax. Of course, yes. To identify that value, how many of you guys are in business field? Except Gahana and Malini. I mean, business in the sense they are seeing the business, the profession. Apart from that, okay, let me ask from the horse's mouth itself. Malini avare, just tell me, how will you fix the fees? Any fees, how will you fix?
It depends entirely on the matter
Case,
that's on hand, sir.
case
Yes,
and
sir.
the amount of complications involved, the estimated times what you are going to spend, everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay, assume that your close friend comes. Will you charge the same thing?
No, sir.
Why?
Because she is a friend.
Are you guys caught the answer? What happens? The same kind of service is given to the unrelated person, the value will be higher. If it is given to the relatives, the value will be less. Government will lose the amount, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then the government has framed certain mechanism to counter these kind of transactions. I am not talking about Malini's case. Generally, it happens. Okay. What happens? Government will lose the revenue. Yes or no? Obviously, government will lose the revenue, no? If Malini is charging 1 lakh rupees to some other client, close friend 10,000 rupees. If the value of GST is 12%, that means 12,000 rupees you would have got from that unrelated client. From the related client, only 1,200. There is a difference of 10,800 revenue to the government. Loss, no. One transaction 10,800. If she does like this, thousands of transactions in a month, then how much revenue will lose the government? Will it happen it or not?
Yes, sir.
Huh. Malini, you charge 1 lakh. Okay. That client is not in a position to pay the money. They will pay you through gold. What will you do?